Hi, welcome to the Promptist. We're here to talk about how you can make photorealistic prompts on Midjourney. So first things first, you want to open Discord and you can actually create your own server and add the Midjourney bot into that so you can keep all your work on your own server and not amongst all the others on the newbie servers that Midjourney provides. So once you've done that, you can go onto your settings, settings, and the Midjourney will bring up all the settings that you can play around with. If you want to do photorealistic prompts like these here, you can go on the MJ test photo mode. Now if you don't want to mess around with the settings, you can just add the parameters at the end of your prompt. So Midjourney is also provided on their website some more parameters that you can add and a bit more description so that you'll be able to get the results you want. I'll provide the link down below. Okay, so now we're on the test photo version and let's see what it brings out when you just write anything. Now remember to create your prompt, it's -imagine. Let's say a cat sleeping on a chair. Because we already put MJ test photo in the settings, it already adds the parameter onto our prompt. So as you can see, it does do some photorealistic results, but it does have some issues, like the cat not even being in the picture when it's in the prompt. Now the Midjourney test photo version is still in the beta. It still brings out some great results, but we just need to add some extra steps to make it look really photorealistic. There's also a problem when you do it with people. So let's say a man in a tuxedo. So yeah, we've come with some interesting results, and one of the main problems you get with this test version is the eyes. The eyes are just really weird, and it's something that we can sort out in another program. So as you can see, Midjourney struggles with simple prompts. So what I like to do is you find a photographer that you like, and then you can use that as the base of your prompt. So when I was playing around with this version previously, I used Tim Walker, the fashion photographer. He makes some really nice creative photographs. So today let's try someone different. So Cindy Sherman looks interesting. Let's see what we can do with that. So because we're going to do a person, we're going to do a portrait photograph of a beautiful female model. And then we're going to add that photographer as a base. And maybe we'll add some keywords as well. So let's add surreal. Now the next thing we want to do is do the aspect ratio. So -AR 2:3. Now 2:3 would be for portrait, and you can do 3:2 for landscape. This also helps Midjourney with the composition of your image as well, because it will use that aspect ratio as a reference when looking in the model. And the next thing is stylize. So stylize is, I'm not actually sure myself, but it's just a slider asking how much control that it wants. So the maximum is 5,000, and let's see what comes up. So I also like to keep it on stylize 5,000, just because for me personally, it's given more photorealistic results. So as we can see, what's come out actually looks really good. So what we can also add is the focal length, so what kind of lens was used. And we can also add some color, so we can just say colorful. And maybe if you don't want it as a close-up, we can say full body shot, or you can say wide shot, or wide angle shot. And we'll see what comes up. So now what we've got is something that looks a lot more like something from the photographer. However, as you can see, it's not exactly a young model. And we've come into our problem, which is quite regular on Midjourney, which is the eyes looking all weird. So there's another program that we can use that I'll put in a link in the description that we can use to fix that. So this image we got here would actually be a good thing to use on our next program. So I'm going to upscale it, download it. So this is another AI model. It's the GFP GAN inference demo. So when you do is connect, there'll be like a connection thing here, and as long as you have the tick, then you're connected. So with this, all you have to do is press the play buttons. Don't worry about all that, and just let it load. And once it's successfully loaded, you'll see this will become a tick. So you want to choose your file, and then you just wait until that is being uploaded. Now this isn't perfect either, but it's a lot better from what you get from Midjourney. So now the image has been uploaded. You don't want to press this one, this is just for the demo. So you want to go to inference, you want to press play over there, and we just have to wait. Yep. So now that's done, we can now visualize what we've done. So we click on the visualize. So yeah, like I said, this isn't perfect, but it's a lot better. And one thing it also does is it makes the eyes darker. So if you have a photo of someone with blue eyes, it generally makes them a lot darker. So that's one thing to think about. And it also smoothens the skin as well. So that could also be a good or bad thing, but if you like the sort of grain of an image, that could be a problem. And so this is the final result. Now all we need to do next is download it, and then we'll get our image. So there's one last trick. If you're still not happy with the eyes, you can use the neural filter on Photoshop. And when you change the eye direction on the neural filters, it improves the eyes slightly more. But again, it's something that's very, it only adds minor details. So make a copy of the background, go on filter, neural filters. And what you want to do is go on smart portrait. Go onto that, and you can change the eye direction. So as you can see, it improves it a bit, but there's only so much it can do. So you can see it looks better than before. We press OK. So the eyes look a bit more consistent. We can also try this photographer here as well, Thomas Ruff, however you pronounce it. So he does some interesting photographs, and he's a portrait photographer as well. So let's use that similar prompt. So another thing you can do is you can actually research the photographer and see what kind of focal lengths they use and cameras. So we got here the Linhof camera. So if we type that into our prompt, it will give a better indication of what we want. Of course, you can just experiment, do what you like. So we're basically guiding the model to something a bit more specific, so that we're able to generate consistent results. So we can type here also large format, and we can also get the period that you took these photographs. So let's say 1982. So yeah, as we can see, it's close, but it's not exactly what we want. So let's try and change a few things. So let's specify we want color and full frontal view, which it already has, but we just want that more consistency. And we can also put a focal length. I couldn't find a focal length, but let's say 50 millimeters. Okay, so we can't say full frontal, but that's okay. Let's say passport. So it looks better. There's not a problem with the eyes, but it's got a very oldish look and it's got a border. So let's play around with it a bit more. It could be because of the passport prompt. It's taking information from passport photos that could reduce the quality. So what we could do is we can keep the passport and we can add a negative prompt. Now negative prompts are as easy as dash dash, and then you can say no border. So the trick is just to play around with it and see what you get. But what we've got now looks a lot better. Hey, so if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to us for more content. We're also making a website, so that will have more guides on it, and it will have a bunch of prompts. We're also making guides not just for Midjourney, but also for ChatGPT and Stable Diffusion and all the rest. So yeah, give it a look. I'll put it in the description when it's out. Thank you.